these things happened then, and they believe they were right when they said them, and it's all over. And we don't hold things against people. See, once you develop the heart quality, it becomes a forgiving quality. So life is as we look at it. If you wish to find faults, you can find faults in the best people in the world. If you wish to find good points, you can find good points in the worst people in the world. So once you get enough sympathy, enough love for mankind, enough understanding, then you overlook little faults, little errors, little mistakes. So whatever they said about me, it's all over, and I don't have time to really worry about it, because when you criticize and condemn others, you're overlooking the same element in yourself. And whatever they did wrong, it's the same thing in me. So Lord, I worry about straightening out me. I don't have time to get on there.
Back in Washington, D.C., you said, Harold, well, you're going through the same thing, but on a smaller scale that I went through years ago. Now, I get my inspiration from a dude like you who stands up. I have always stood up and said what was on my mind. I've always been about truth and honesty. And I feel that a lot of people can't deal with truth and honesty, black or white. And I just feel that a man has to be at peace with himself, and every morning that I can get up and look in that mirror and smile, hey, Jack, it makes me feel, it's a world of difference.
Well, truth is a big word. I have a poem on truth. It says, the face of truth is open. The eyes of truth are bright. The lips of truth are never closed. The head of truth is upright. The breast of truth stands forward. The gaze of truth is straight. Truth has neither fear nor doubt. Truth has patience to wait. The words of truth are touching. The voice of truth is deep. The law of truth is simple. All you sow, you reap. The soul of truth is flaming. The heart of truth is warm. The mind of truth is clear and firm through rain and storm. Facts are only its shadow. Truth stands above all sin. Great be the battle of life. Truth in the end shall win. The image of truth is Muhammad. Wisdom's message is Rod. The sign of truth is the crescent. And the soul of truth is God. Life of truth is eternal. Immortal is its past. Power of truth shall endure. Truth shall hold to the last. So as long as you represent truth, brother, you might be losing, it might look stormy, but in the end, you have to win. I represent truth, and I've been through everything, almost on the jail steps, money gone, and here I am now. I'm still on top. I'm richer than ever, more popular than ever, but God tests you. And before we get anything worthwhile, we got to be tested. If you go to school, whatever your profession may be, before you get anything worthwhile, you must be examined, tested, and tried. But this came from the teachings of the Ahmed Elijah Muhammad, where my mother and father was the basis on building the foundation for me to accept truth when I did hear it, because what they taught me truth as far as their knowledge would allow it. And after accepting the higher truth, I accepted it. So they were the basis of this type of thinking, respect of women and my people. All men should respect the women, because a man's woman is the field which produces nation. If you don't protect this field, he'll produce a bad nation. This is emphasis we black people have to put on our women, because our women are the most abused, the most misused, the most prostituted, the freest to walk the streets, frequenting and borrowing any strange man they like, all type fatherless babies of all kind in the houses. And as long as we don't respect and protect our women, we don't respect ourselves, because our first lesson comes from woman. Our first nurse is a woman. Our mother's our first teacher. You don't respect and protect your mother, you'll never be nothing in the eyes of a nation. That's also from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Myself, people, you know how I dance and jump around. Even I'm laying on the ropes, I'm not getting hit, I'm blocking them. That's called the rope-a-dope, the new style of the Mirage. It's a science. So that's how they differ. George Foreman is a slugger too. That's how he lost the fight, if you remember. He just put his head down, just kept swinging and didn't realize where he was hitting. He just wanted to hit. Bull loses his head. A fighter is one who loses his head, he can't think. But a man who's smart, taking his time, jab, jab. I miss a right hand, he'd hit me. And then when I get him in the ropes, he wouldn't lose his head and slug it out. He'd just back off and tell me to come on out to the center of the ring. That's a boxer. The slugger's one who just put, like a girl, just getting mad. And she told a lie on you, darling. She did. I can't stand and start pulling hair. Just get mad. Some people don't seem to deserve the wealth, the rank that they have in life, and others perhaps in our eyes deserve more, but yet in the eyes of God it's different. It is because they deserve it, though you don't see why and how. Like a friend said to a fellow I know named Billy, said, Billy, why are you so devoted to Mary? She's not beautiful, she's not attractive. Billy said, to see Mary, you must borrow my eyes. And I was saying, when we judge people, do we see with the eyes of God? Do we see what feelings God has towards them? And when we cannot see in this way, we have no right to question why others are in this or that position. Same way it is with friendship. I mean, friendship is an automatic action. Friendship is an innocent, unconscious, outgoing, a pure, deep feeling with depth. So therefore, no one can explain why one person is a friend of another.
Yeah, you know, they say that our friendship is like our shadows. They're sticking with you as long as you're in the sun, but once you cross over into the shade, the shadow disappears. How do you distinguish your friends?
Well, I wrote something once that says, friendship is a priceless gift that cannot be bought nor sold, but its value is far greater than a mountain made of gold. For gold is cold and lifeless, it can neither see nor hear. In time of trouble, it's powerless to cheer. It has no ears to listen, no heart to understand. It cannot bring you comfort or reach out a helping hand. So when you ask God for a gift, be thankful if he sends, not diamonds, pearls, or riches, but the love of real, true friends. And this is how I feel about friendship. There are very few friends. A friend is one who is always wanting to give. See, nothing in return. Always a thought of giving, and he wants nothing in return. A real friend holds his life cheap if it's for his friend. Anyone considered anything more important than friendship has not yet learned the first lesson to friendship. Once we learn to regard the feelings and displeasures of our friends without looking for anything in return, then it is those who've truly learned the meaning of friendship. Looking for nothing in return, always a thought of giving and keep back nothing. And very few people do that. Most people, if they tip you $1 for a cup of coffee, they look for, I thank you. And if your coffee costs 16 cents, you tip a lady $1, she don't say thank you. Ain't that a rude so-and-so? You didn't really give because you're looking for something in return. Here's a lady holding a bag full of groceries, and you hold the door for her, she walk right through, keep walking. Most persons didn't say thanks. You didn't really hold the door. See, very few people really give and don't look for nothing in return.